Before we dive into transposition, we need to remember that the trumpet is not a concert pitch instrument. Now, I have a whole nother video about the trumpet as a B-flat instrument that you can check out to refresh your memory. And also, below this video in the comment section, there is a PDF that explains this transposition concept that we'll be covering in the video. So the trumpet is not a concert pitch instrument. And what we mean by that is when you play a note that is written for B-flat trumpet, it's going to sound a different pitch. So if the trumpet and piano were to play that same written note, they would sound two different notes. So let's take a look at example 1. If you play a written C on the trumpet, it will sound a concert B-flat. So this means the trumpet sounds a whole step or a major second lower than the written pitch. So to compensate for this difference, music that's written for B-flat trumpet is transposed a whole step higher than it will sound. It's like adding +1 for every number given. If I said 2, you would then say 3. Here in example 2, you can see if you want to play a concert C, you would need to play a written D. In example 3 here, we have the first few measures of Twinkle Twinkle, and we have it in two different keys. The first key is in F major, and this is the concert key, or the notes that actually sound if you were to play them on the piano. The second key, G major, is rewritten or transposed a major second higher in order to sound in unison with the first line. So if we were to play line 1 in concert F on the piano, and you were to play the second line on your B-flat trumpet, those notes would sound in unison. Now over here in example 4, the last thing we need to consider is the key signature. If you were to play a C major scale on the piano, there are no sharps or flats. But if you transpose that scale up a whole step, you would be playing a D major scale with 2 sharps. So whenever you transpose music to be played on the B-flat trumpet that's currently written in concert pitch, you will need to raise every note by a major second and add 2 sharps to the key signature. Note that sharps will cancel out flats. So if there is 1 flat in the key signature and you add 2 sharps, there will only be 1 sharp remaining. And you can see that here in example 3. When we use the C trumpet and try to play B-flat music, this entire process is reversed, as we can see here in example 5. So if you were to transpose notes that were written for B-flat trumpet, you would then lower all of the notes by a major second and add 2 flats to the key signature. So the first line you can see have notes written for B-flat trumpet, and the second line are those transposed notes down a major second. So if someone were to play line 1 on a B-flat trumpet and you were to play line 2 on a C trumpet, all of the notes would sound in unison. So there we have a basic description of transposition for both B-flat and C trumpet, just going up or down a major second. This is very helpful when it comes time to play church gigs where we're often asked to play music that is written in concert pitch, or maybe you have a C trumpet and you're playing a part that's written for a clarinet or for B-flat trumpet. So always remember, when you're trying to figure out if you're playing the right notes, you can always translate it back to the piano to make sure you are transposing to the correct sounding pitch.